There's this big gigantic couch and every subscriber is sitting on it and we're just like watching TV together and hanging out, and I want that to feel this way. Hey buddies. Everybody say hello to Wonder Woman. That's right, this is a different Wonder Woman cup from the last video. Fun fact. Had to bring him home from work. So guess what this is? This is the first gift from someone. I started a P.O. box because you all told me to. I didn't know that was a thing that happens. So I did that. And now I want to say, based on the comments, I think this is Pamela that has sent this to me. So first, Pamela, and I know a couple others of you have sent me things, which, I mean, the best I can say is thank you. I don't get it. I mean, we can just hang out on the couch. It's cool. You don't have to send me stuff. But so, every day feels like Christmas on the couch, right? Add that to the t-shirt list. I do love Christmas. For the record, the whole holiday season, whatever your beliefs may be, 4,000 religions, happy holidays, no religion, no faith. It's all love, baby. But that whole holiday season, I love that so much. So much. I mean, on December 26th, because I celebrate like December 25th, Christmas, right? On December 26th, I'm like, it's almost Christmas, referring to the next Christmas. That's how excited I get. So from Pamela, thank you so much. I don't even know what it is yet, but just the fact that you took the time to do something. Now, while I open this, I have to say, because it's Thursday for me, Thursday is one of my weekly nights to have dinner with Mama Bear. And I don't mean my wife, I mean my actual mama. But she's got an appointment today, so I've got a little bit of extra time. So I figured we would do this. Maybe have time for a video. Huh? Surprise! So what do we got here? No! What? I almost bought one of these. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Pamela! Stop! Check this out! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so this, I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna see if I can use the reflection. It says, I purple you, right? And it plugs into this base. And then it glows, I'm assuming purple. I saw this when I got Junie. I saw this and I was like, do I want that? I mean, I did, but I was like, do I buy that? Pam, stop! I got too many tattoos and too many beard, silver hairs to be blushing and getting all sappy. Apparently not enough dexterity to take the sticker off. It says, I purple you. And it's going to light up. And it's going to sit right there next to Junie. Pam, thank you for this. This is so sweet. This is awesome. You guys are too much. Man, I don't know. I know I say this too much. My heart just wants to explode all the time. I feel like I have over 8,000 brothers and sisters that I get home at the end of the day and you're all just like sitting on the couch waiting for me. You know, that's what it feels like. Oh, man. My favorite quote. I think we're almost on episode 20. I think this is, no. What are we at? 19 maybe something? But of the 20 whatever videos that we have kind of done together, I think my favorite quote is from episode 6. Not that I watch my videos, I don't, but I remember 6 was This is BTS by X Celeste. Awesome, awesome job on that video, by the way. As if she's watching. But I remember this one point where Jin yells out, you know, they're talking about the time, the volunteering that people were doing to translate the lyrics, to get the message out, which is the same thing that's happening with the couch. People saying, hey, do you want me to design you a t-shirt logo? And I'm like, yeah, cool. I mean, and people just volunteering to help. And that right there in the documentary, if you remember, I had to stop it. And I had to kind of like get my thoughts together, and I said, my heart is just so full. That is how I feel every day. I can't explain it. So thank you. I have rambled once again long enough. I'm already at 7 minutes. Come on. BTS. No, wait, hold on. Something time stops. That's what it feels like, right? Boy, time stops. That was like a dad joke. I apologize. I'm going to cut that out. That wasn't worth putting in. Okay, so now that I have my little light, I purple you. Huh? Oh, it's so cool. So I had a whole list of things that I wanted to, like we're doing rap line this week. Check. Yesterday, I should not have released all 3 of those videos at once. I shouldn't have. I was talking to Gwen, and she was like, you gonna do all these tonight? And I was like, I know I shouldn't, but I'm gonna, because these were a lot of fun. And I didn't want to hold the fun from everybody. But I have like an order of things I wanted to do. And there's still a couple more that are coming rap line wise. Now we're gonna have some fun. We are watching Rap Monster Do You, which kind of goes with the couch meeting that we had today. Operation Protect the Couch, right? So, to Wonder Woman. Rap Monster, Do You. Boop! They're gonna get in sync. Ooh.
나 세상에서 자기 개발서가 제일 싫어 이렇게 저렇게 하란 개소 니들 다 춥대는 뻔한 말은 잘 믿어 그러니까 그게 소리들이 베스트셀러 걔네들이 너에 대해 무엇을 알지 너의 꿈 너의 취미 이해를 하니 눈치만 덜 봐도 바뀌는 건 참 많지 주인으로 태어나면 노예가 되려 하니 아프니까 청춘이다 그딴 위험한 통이가 제일 문제야 삶에서 장르는 덜 마치 음악처럼 거기 얽매는 순간 바보 되니까 Fuck that You're the only one never 완벽하진 않아도 한정판 레고 잡힌 누군가를 탐내게 됐어 그니까 넌 그냥 너를 해줘 Do you, do you, do you, do you, do you, do you,
Hypnotic.
do you, 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 do you. I'm not pop, I'm not rock, I'm not funk, I'm not R&B or hip-hop 아직도 뭔지 더 모르는 애도 전부 다 파락윗 봐 치마 스키니 진 힙합이 아니야 그럼 A7 힙합이 아니야 네가 A7 칸에
I'm going to pause for this message. I'm enthralled in this right now. We already know, Junie and I, we go way back, right? I gather already how intelligent and talented and brilliant and handsome and sexy that he is. Got it. We know he's been on the forefront of my mind since he came up in Fire in episode 1. Got it. But as I'm watching this, and it's just reinforcing that further, because I'm completely hypnotized. That's the perfect word for how I feel watching this video. I'm hypnotized. But I'm also thinking in the back of my head of how impressed I am that the level of talent I see in Junie is the same across every other member of BTS. And I haven't even got into like the vocal line yet. I haven't heard like the individual pieces yet. But seeing what Suga did, seeing what J-Hope did yesterday, man. And then knowing, oh man, I got it wrong when I watched On. Who was it? Was it Jungkook? I think that did the falsetto, did the solo. I'm gonna mess that up because I know I got it wrong in the video. It wasn't Jin. Okay, anyway, point being, I understand the OT7. I understand, like, you can't have... You take one person out of this mix, it doesn't work anymore. It's not the same. And I know they feel the same way from what I've heard, but now I'm getting off topic. I'm getting hypnotized.
보다 더 힙합에 꼰대 선비 새끼들은 저 뒤로 가라 내가 말하기에 fashion은 good passion 한국말로 쓰면 똑같아 passion 홍대 가면 괜히 바지 내리는 것도 대신 네가 입고 싶은 대로 입어 that's right that's it 유행 따라가도 good 소란 안 달라도 good 그냥 네 자체가 good 원래 모두 처음부터 맞고 틀린 건 없어서 각자가 좀 다른 boy haters go hate and please don't play motherfuckers keep motherfucking all day follow my shit my friend and I'll pay 내가 너 대신 침뱉 쳐줄게 you do 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 you 하고 싶은 대로 하랬더니 나의 술은 처먹고도 똥오줌 참못 가리는 어른이 많지 입으로 리스펙을 외치려는 이들끼리도 사실 그 말의 탑뜻을 모르진 않지 자유와 방송 분명다는 걸 너와 장소 나라야 하는 법 똑같이 비극을 다 쓰고 많이 포장하는 썩은 스테레오 막 원한 내게 났던 걸 누가 누구보다 랩을 잘해 누가 누구보다 이게 낫네 fuck that I ain't doing my thing 그러니까 너도 그냥 네 걸 해 Let's I'm doing me just doing me 넌 옆에 누구였니 그래 우린 친구였지 Nothing's everything everything's nothing Doing me just doing me 넌 옆에 누구였니 그래 우린 친구였지 Nothing's everything everything's nothing Doing me just doing me 넌 옆에 누구였니 그래 우린 친구였지 Nothing's everything everything's nothing Doing me just doing me 넌 옆에 누구였니 그래 우린 친구였지 Nothing's everything everything's nothing Do you do you do you do
The metronomes make sense now! Nice symbolism! Good job, Junie!
Do you 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 fuck you more.
That was tight. Hold on. Hold on. Going back. So remember in the beginning I said the metronomes are going to get in sync. Because if you didn't know this, and I do not know the term, I'm sure he would. I don't. But whatever the term is, when you put like 100 metronomes in a room and you just let them go, eventually they will sync up. I don't know. I don't know what that is. It's some kind of effect or whatever. But I think at the end when we saw them, they weren't. Nice. Nice. Do you. So I've got the lyric video, and I'm going to get into the lyrics. But before I do, there's not much analysis here as far as the visuals go, right? Here's what I like about why they did this video this way, for me. From a cinematography standpoint, black and white, simple, right? Okay, look at the contrast of J-Hope's video yesterday with, I mean, I could say Chicken Noodle Soup, but even further back, we watched Daydream. The vibrant colors, you're not quite sure where to look. There's all this attention, just every single direction. It's almost overwhelming. There's this massive stimulus, right? But with this, it's black and white. So there's no attention to the colors. We've got just a couple different scenes. We've got here with the light bulbs. We've got the hallway here. We've got these inserts of her with, plastic surgery and Botox and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, generally speaking, from a filming standpoint, very simple. We set up the lighting, we set up the angles, we just shoot RM doing his thing in different scenes. Simple. But how do you keep the viewer's attention? You still have to have a way. If it's not all the vibrant colors and it's not all the cinematography like we saw in Deshita by August D, thank you for fixing me. I told somebody that I actually looked up the pronunciation on YouTube of how to say August D, and whoever it was said August D. And I was like, all right, well, I guess that's what I'm going with. So, August D. But that was cinematography heavy. That was a whole movie, a whole story. But this, only thing we have to go by is his talent. Haven't touched the lyrics yet, but his flow, his cadence, his back and forth. Now, I have to say, I'm extremely envious of those of you that were able to throw into the comments things like, I think it was Daydream. No, it was RM's joke yesterday. You said he's got 9 different flows. Now, I love rap and I love music. But different flows? I mean, is that like a style? Are there different styles? I mean, teach me. Help. I want to know. I want to know what you were talking about when you talk about different flows. Is it just like, okay, he's got this cadence, A, and then he switches it up and he's got like a different cadence, like a different pop. He's doing like a 3-4 or like a 3-3 or whatever. And then he switches it up again and it's just different flows that he switches back and forth. Or is it 9 different styles? I'm dying to know. Okay, so we got the lyrics up. We're going to get after it here. Let me kill all my other windows. Yeah, I'll post a picture of kind of what I got going on here because I know I'm looking around a lot of stuff because I have multiple screens that I'm kind of working off of. Again, I do make videos for a living. So, let's see. All right, so we got the lyrics. Ah, did you see that? There was one of them that was different. So I think there's like 5 or 6 of them. The one on the right is different. Right there. First 4? No, wait, that's not right. It is right. The one on the right was different. Ah! Uh-huh. Oh, there's a couple different ones.
난 세상에서 자기 개발서가 제일 싫어 이렇게 저렇게 하란 개소 니들 다 죽거나 보나 말은 잘 믿어 그러니까 그게 소리들이 베스트셀러 걔네들이 너에 대해 무엇을 알지 너의 꿈 너의 취미 이해를 하니 눈치만 덜 봐도 바뀌는 건 참 많지 주인으로 태어나면 노예가 되려 하니 아프니까 청춘이 있다 그딴 위험한 통이가 제일 문제야 삶에서
Wow, this is fast. Wow. If you look less at wits, there are a lot of things that changed. You were born as a hero. Why are you trying to become a slave? Interesting.
노예가 되려 하니 아프니까 청춘이 있다 그딴 위험한 통이가 제일 문제야 삶에서 장르는 덜 마치 음악처럼 거기 얽매는 순간 바보 되니까 Fuck that You're the only one never 완벽하진 않아도 한정판 레고
Limited edition! How sick is that? Just do you.
잡힌 누군가를 탐내게 됐어 그니까 넌 그냥 너를 해줘 Do you, 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 do you I'm not pop, I'm not rock, I'm not funk, I'm not R&B or hip-hop 아직도 뭔지 더 모르는 애도 전부 다 파라그윗 봐 치마의 스키니 진 힙합이 아니야 그럼 A7 힙합이 아니야 네가 A7 카네보다 더 힙합에 꼰대 선비 새끼들은 저뒤로 가라 내가 말하기에 패션은 good passion 한국말로 쓰면 똑같아 패션 홍대 가면 괜히 바지 내리는 것도 대신 네가 입고 싶은 대로 입어 that's right that's it
Man, okay. So the theme of it's called Do You for a reason. It's called doing you, being you, not jumping into the river of being like everybody else, which is kind of what we talked about in the couch meeting today, right? We don't want to turn this into every other, I don't even like the word reactor. I mean, I get it. That's what I'm doing, I guess. But it doesn't feel like me. It just feels strange. But, why turn this into what everybody else is doing? I don't want that. I want to be me. I want to do what I'm doing. If you follow the trends...
유행 따라가도 good 소란 안 달라도 good 그냥 이 주체가 hood 원래 모두 처음부터 맞고 틀린 건 없어서 각자가 좀 다른 boy Haters gon' hate and players gon' play
Haters gonna hate and players gonna play. Somebody said that in the comments earlier. I said, damn, that's pretty insightful. Here it is.
Motherfuckers keep motherfucking all day Follow my shit, my friend, and I'll pay 내가 너네 심심 맺혀줄게 You, do, 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 you 하고 싶은 대로 하랬더니 나의 술은 처먹고도 똥을 좀 참고 가리는 너는 이 맛이
Whoa, what? Since you did what you wanted to do, even if you're 30, there are a lot of adults who can't hold in their shit.
먹고도 똥을 좀 참고 가리는 너는 이 맛이 시입으로 리스펙을 외쳐대는 이들끼리도 사실 그 말의 잡뜻을 모르진 않지 사기와 방송 품는다는 걸 대화 장소 나라야 하는 법 똑같이 비극을 다 쓰고 많이 포장하는 썩고 스테레오 막원은 내게 났던 걸 누가 누구보다 랩을 잘해 누가 누구보다 이게 낫네 Fuck yeah I am doing my thing 그러니까 너도 그냥 네 걸 해 Bitch I'm doing me just doing me 넌 옆에 누구였니 그래 우린 친구였지 Nothing's everything everything's nothing Doing me just doing me 넌 옆에 누구였니 그래 우린 친구였지 Nothing's everything everything's nothing Doing me just doing me 넌 옆에 누구였니 그래 우린 친구였지 Nothing's everything everything's nothing Doing me just doing me 넌 옆에 누구였니 그래 우린 친구였지 Nothing's everything everything's nothing Do you 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 do you
Woo, I'm feeling something. Oh, that's sick. There's nothing to analyze. It's pretty straightforward. But symbolically, I love the metronomes. Nice touch. But there's one thing I want to point out. Theoretically, is that the right word? It is now. I'm using it. And then I'm going to get into the moral of this story. The very end, when he starts going through the loop of do you, I'm just doing me, just doing me. Talking about being yourself, right? Not jumping into the stream of everybody else, okay? This last loop that we get. Right here. Now, listen to this loop.
Do you 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 do you.
You hear how long that went on? It almost went on longer than you feel like it should have. Now, if you remember in one of the earlier videos, I can't remember which one it was, but I was breaking down the cinematography and I was saying, the director is forcing you to look at this position. Oh, it was the solo. It was the solo I was talking about earlier in On. I think it was Jungkook. I think. Forgive me if it's not. That was doing the solo, and we didn't cut. We were right there the whole time, like the director is saying, pay attention. No cuts. Look at what I'm forcing you to look at. Straight in the middle of the screen. This right here, this loop that forces you to sit there and embrace it, and it kind of makes you feel uncomfortable. That, for me, my interpretation is if you don't just be yourself and you end up in this loop of trying to be like everybody else and trying to be the robot and the drone, that's what life feels like. zoop, 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 and that's it, because you're like everybody else. That's my interpretation. That's what I'm going to take away from that. If there's one thing I've learned in my 41 years on this planet, it's that the reward you get from being yourself and having authenticity consistently is so much greater than anything you could experience by going with the flow and being like everybody else. This temporary fix of a facade where you just seem to fit in. It's so temporary and it's so fake. You know how many times I've sat in a room full of alpha males, right? And we're all sitting there, we're all the baddest man on the planet, all the stories in the world, and we're talking Marines and SEALs and Delta Force and Green Berets and blah, 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 blah. Everybody's got a story about how tough they are, how strong they are, and what they did. And it's great. Like, thank you for your service. We've all got some stories. Like, cool. But it's interesting. These conversations will happen, right? And you'll get the usual kind of stereotypical things that will come out, things that you expect to come from a group of people stereotypically like that. And I'll say something that doesn't really mesh with the group that is sitting here. And everybody will, blah, 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 blah. And then we all part ways. And I bet my paycheck within the next 24 hours, one of those guys, if not multiples of those guys, a handful of them, will come to me like in a corner somewhere. We're like, hey man, let me talk to you real quick. They'll pull me aside and they'll tell me that, yeah, you know what you said, like, that was pretty good. Like, that made a lot of sense. Well, why didn't you say that with the group? But I get it. The point being, though, you stick to you, you can't go wrong. If you tell the truth, you never have to think about what you said. When did this turn into Sesame Street? All right, I'm cutting this video off. This is ridiculous.